Hi everyone, it's the Conundrum back again with another reaction video, and this is to Lost in Space Season 1, Episode number 9 called Resurrection. But before I say anything, please like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe to my page, and I appreciate that very much. So now on to the actual episode. So, of course, we see a couple different things going on with the family and also with the crew that's on the ground. First, to start off with the father. We really don't see the father throughout this episode, John, and as well as we don't see Don West because of the fact that they're up in space. So we don't know what happened to him. We don't know if that ship actually exploded, and we're not sure about what's going on with the ship until about halfway through the episode. And then, of course, we got to go on to Maureen. Maureen, of course, has been captured by Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith has captured her. Basically, what she has done, she's decided that she's going to take her off and basically take her to the robot's ship. Now, what the thing is that she believes that the robot can protect her from her situation. And we also see some honesty come out of Dr. Smith about what her real life situation was and how she kind of got there. We also saw a lot of backstory about what was going on the Resolute before it actually ended up getting taken over by the machine and ended up destroying people. So it's really a big episode about learning about someone in the past, about what was going on in the future. Now, the big thing that was going on between Maureen and Dr. Smith was the fact that on the ship, I learned about what was going on with the actual robot being there in the first place. So we learned that, of course, the actual technology that they were using was actually from the robot. So the robot actually had the technology before, and apparently, because of that Christmas star, that asteroid that hit Earth, they weren't able to figure out why the asteroid had landed, of course, and we haven't learned that yet, but we've also learned that they've been using that technology to progress Earth's technology and they would get them able to be able to get off the Earth because of what was going on, which is definitely very interesting to see. So of course now we have more things going on with the episode. We also see what's going on between Judy as well as Penny. Of course we see Judy is going off and she's going to try to rescue her mom from Dr. Smith. And of course we kind of really don't see a lot from her in this episode. However, we do see her being able to basically come up and be able to actually get her mom out of the situation, but then it kind of stops abruptly when things kind of take a turn for the worse. When basically Dr. Smith actually makes the robot touch part of the ship, and the ship helps the robot put itself back together again, and basically kind of figure out how to put itself back together. So it takes over helping Dr. Smith. Of course, we also see what's going on with Penny. Penny and Will are basically in the cave, basically shoveling, I don't want to use a word, but feces basically, so they can use that to get the Resolute off the ground. I'm sorry, not the Resolute off the ground, but to get the Jupiters off the ground because they need some type of power to get off the ground, and apparently feces is one way of creating some type of fuel basically to get off the ground. So we also see that during this episode, they're in a cave where they've learned that there's some bats there that really can't see that they're there and they're hungry and they basically are there because that's where they live at and they like living in dark places. Now, throughout the episode, we also see Will trying to also contact his dad via his actual radio that he has, a certain signal that him and his dad have in between each other. We also see that Penny is still really infatuated with VJ for the moment, but also we see that VJ is not really taking a really big shine to her or everything that's going on with her. So in the episode, we see them get stuck in the cave because basically Will's actual radio does go off. It causes them to have to scramble out of the cave. Most of them ends up being Angela being in the cave, one of the doctors, the Asian doctor being in the cave, as well as Penny and Will, and also what's going on VJ. Because VJ's kind of searching around and he doesn't realize what's going on when all these bats start flying around and start attacking people. So of course the Asian doctor gets hurt. They have to figure out a way to get out of the actual cave and kind of do some type of language that we don't quite understand yet, but it was kind of interesting to see them kind of just talk without really actually saying any words. So you kind of just saw at the bottom what's going on with the actual episode. So it's pretty good to see. But they end up getting out of the cave basically, and Angela actually is helping out a lot, basically making it so this actual bird doesn't attack Penny because of the fact that she's fallen, and the bird kind of senses that she's there and she is able to help her get away. So that's a big thing that's what's going on as well. So a lot was going on in this episode. You saw a lot of backstory about what was going on with Dr. Smith and how her ability to get out of certain situations helped her figure out what was going on within the ship because you actually saw them actually using the actual robot to help power the Resolute. So we kind of had a little bit of backstory with that. But that's pretty much how they kind of ended it. It kind of ended it abruptly, with the robot actually saying danger, Dr. Smith. So we see that robot has changed size, and we do see that Penny and definitely Maureen are, I'm sorry, not Penny. We see Judy and Maureen are definitely in trouble, so we don't know if they're able to get out of the situation. If I said Penny, but I meant to say Judy, I do apologize, but I was trying to make sure I didn't mix up the names. But anyway, we do see that the situation is getting more interesting as it goes along. How long they will have to get off the planet, they don't have a lot of time. Penny does end up saving VJ, and VJ wants to get back with her, and Penny kind of shrugs him off because she realizes that he wasn't worth her time, which is definitely a good thing. So she's able to move on with her life. We see Will, he's able to basically get a radio signal to his dad, and his dad is actually getting back to him, so he knows what's going on. So we see Judy, and we also see Maureen in some type of peril. So we'll wonder how they'll get through this episode. So my final thoughts. My final thoughts were this wasn't a bad episode. We saw a lot of backstory. We did see some action going on. It didn't quite add everything up for us, but hopefully it will in the last episode of the season. But of course, I want to hear your thoughts. What were your thoughts on the episode? Did you like the episode? Did you hate it? Did you really think it sucked? But of course, let me know down in the comment section, and then we can kind of go from there. But before I let you guys go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'd appreciate that so much if you would do that for me. But that's pretty much all I had to say for today, so that'll be where I end the episode, and you guys have a great rest of the day. Peace.